right?
That's not
Baby's going to heaven.
that's not the pro-choice. That's not pro-choice between whether you have an abortion or not. That's just saying you want to
What?
choose how many people get into heaven. You want a heaven max.
No, I want to save my son from this ridiculous world we live in. Please
No,
go
no, no,
on.
no. The best option to do if you really want a heaven max, don't have a child. Don't.
Yeah.
Why even waste the time doing that, making that contraption to
Well,
have?
wait, because I can't actually send children to heaven if I don't have a child. I have to have thousands of children
You can
under my
send
sin.
That
other
is the
children to
worst.
heaven.
That's the worst plan I've ever heard.
So, if I may, Tune, what can you give me your general? I mean, you don't got to go, in the super specifics, but generally, what is your position on abortion?
I'm definitely pro-choice with abortion. Definitely, I think if you're a woman, you have the right to choose, and no one should impede on that. Yeah.
Up to 9. Do you have a cutoff? Up to 9 months? Any time it's in the
Do
womb?
I have a cutoff of like when abortion is okay?
Yeah.
If I'm gonna base abortion on anything, I'm gonna go off kind of like the conscious state. So like if you are gonna have an abortion, just do it within the earliest times that you can before like the fetus can have consciousness.
Can I ask you a question, Tim? So imagine that you get to like shape the culture of a country, and you get to kind of decide. You're not gonna remove abortion completely, right? Of course not. But you can decide whether to like seriously push against it after a certain point of time, or just that it's less culturally accepted, I guess. People can still choose to. They're not going to be like attacked or shamed for it, but it's not something that's like lauded or applauded. Would you do that? And at what point would you say like people shouldn't be thinking about abortion anymore unless there's like a real necessity?
I think abortion like shouldn't happen when it's like there's like again nothing wrong with the baby and just doing it just to kill the baby, obviously. But like in terms of like in terms of the medical sense, when you need a medical abortion, that can be at any time. I mean, of course, when it gets into like the latest trimesters, you might as well just give birth and just try to see if the baby will live. But I think there's a pretty clear cutoff within like the first or like after the first trimester where you shouldn't have any abortion.
Right, but you wouldn't want to like encourage. You wouldn't want to encourage it as like or at least not.
Yeah, like I wouldn't
discourage it as a thing that like people just jump to because they can, or would you want to leave it like completely untarnished, like choosing to get your tooth filled or get a bridge for your.
Yeah, I think the option should be there. Yeah.
But I'm not saying an option. I'm just asking, would you like encourage it culturally or not?
I mean, do we encourage it culturally now? Like, I don't think we're like heavily encouraged. We just
laud it quite a bit.
I know, because we know that the options is there, and it's like the opposition is saying like don't do it or else, like, they're making it almost illegal in most states.
I understand there's a push and
Right.
a pull, right? But I'm asking if you could like get rid of all that, would you just let it be something we don't talk about, or would you want it to be somewhat discouraged, less common, not unavailable, but just less common?
Less common in the sense where it doesn't start and stop at abortion. It has to happen before that, where it's like the education, the contraceptives, all that stuff before you have to go to abortion. If people know what they're getting into, then it's like, okay, they can make informed decisions. But it's like they think abortion is the only option if you don't want to have a baby, instead of like the steps before. So I think that's kind of why people do flock to that, is because that seems like the only option.
I guess my like root level question is, do you find like value or any kind of like real value in new human life or not?
Yeah, I think new human life is special. I think it's great.
Okay, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've read a lot of things like from places like Texas where they have like they don't teach sex education in the schools and that. I think they should be aware of the consequences. Basically, I agree with what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, so it's like, would I encourage or discourage? Like, I would encourage everyone to have the choice, to get an abortion, but in like my ideal society, it's like it usually wouldn't have to get to that spot until it's like the super edge cases like rape, whatever, like that's when it's needed.
So how do you determine then, like, what is your line as to where it goes from like completely, or excuse me, Where does it go from the line where it's okay to abort versus, you can like I mean, I would assume that once the child is born, you don't believe that that child should be able to be murdered, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so what line do you use as uh, the moral standing for that?
I kind of hinted at the consciousness thing, but like that's kind of where my framework is. Because after that, then it's like when you do see like a baby forming like in the later trimesters, then it's like, okay, that's definitely harder. It's a harder sell to try to get an abortion.
So if
Why?
somebody's
Wait. Why is that harder?
Why is it harder? Like I said, the consciousness thing.
Yeah.
Like you would definitely see like at that point, like the second trimester or after that third, then you can see like the baby actually forming. And it's like it's a definitely it's a harder decision to make because yeah, it appeals to like
So
emotion.
you're appealing to. So are you appealing to the emotional aspect of, oh, I can see that thing that replicates a human, and so the ability to visually see it
That's
is.
not
I know you said consciousness as the line,
yeah.
but you also said it would be harder. And so if you are under the belief that consciousness is the line, then before consciousness and after consciousness is not going to look that different unless you're stretching it out. But I
Mhm.
mean the line right before the line right after. And so because I'm an atheist, an agnostic non-believer, and I used to very much be. I don't know if I was ever pro. Sure. Yeah, I was pro-choice at the time, but I eventually came to the conclusion that any line that we draw is arbitrary, except for the creation of new DNA, which is
Point of order. Avarice, give me one of these. Okay, you're your YouTube showing up as a different thing. I'm
God!
just
No!
nervous.
I heard
You're
we were talking.
authenticating in a different way.
You think somebody would have like my face in a Rob Norris sweatshirt?
Well, people have stolen people's
moving
likenesses
around?
before. Okay,
Moving around?
Well, it's happened, and actually not with you, but it's happened with Abe Dinkus.
Hey,
someone
what?
like-
Better
took a
safe than
screen
sorry.
thing of
Better
him,
safe
and yeah.
than sorry.
Yeah, always. How's it
Better
going,
safe.
Avery?
Good. I mean, I heard we were talking about abortions, and what better topic for me to dive
Yeah.
into than the
Yeah.
abortion one?
This
If
is
you're-
your
I was
bread
just
and
asking
butter.
too.
Hold on, before we devolve into this, can I ask one more question?
I'm not devolving.
Okay.
I was just trying to engage in the
Evolving.
topic.
Sure. One last question. So for Toon, let's say that
Stop dancing.
we develop a pill or some medication you can like inject into a
Lutch.
pregnant woman that stops the baby from developing consciousness, right? Until it's born.
That check Discord.
Would you feel any differently about like late term abortions at that point?
No, I don't think so. Because
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I know like consciousness is like what my line was like in the normal world, but like if they had we said a shot or a pill that they can't feel consciousness probably ever until they're born. I mean, I never thought of it that hypothetical, but I mean, I would still have my same stance.
It's a good hypothetical. I've never thought of that either.
Yeah.
I've got a question for Toon because everybody else is taking a turn with him. So Toon, you've said that you would feel uncomfortable about having an abortion for a child that was like second or third trimester because the child would look more human, and also you've said that the consciousness issue is a factor for you to determine when abortion is an acceptable thing, within your moral framework.
No, I'm with them. No, hold on, answer. This is totally legit.
Yeah.
Like I got to. So you're pro-choice there, Toon?
Yeah, pro-choice.
Fantastic. Me too. Really
Are
quick
you
question though. I got a quick question. Do you think that babies go to heaven, like aborted ones?
I have no idea. Because
Okay, but like if you were to,
Wait. We first have to establish if Toon, are you a religious person or not?
am I religious? Probably not, but do I believe in like
There you go.
religion, whatever
Sure, but
thing, and
would
like a higher power? Yeah.
But
let's say a Protestant. Hold on, no, I can get to this. Hold on. Let's just say, hold on. It's my walkthrough. Let me walk
I'm just
it.
going to jump in. I'm just saying, it doesn't really matter what he thinks about heaven and things like that if he doesn't believe in
Yeah, it
Yeah,
really does. Hold on, I'll get there.
I
Just give
do,
me a
yeah.
second.
So yeah, I do believe.
Yeah,
in
just
heaven.
give me. Yeah, it does. But hold on, just give a quick second. Do you think that like a Christian Protestant mom that aborts her child, Do you think that that baby goes to heaven?
Again, I have no idea because, I mean, what
Just
I
give me your
think,
thought.
like,
Like, I mean, you're saying no idea, but what do you think?
again, because I'm saying I'm not a cop out, I promise, but like, what I think is to get into heaven, wouldn't you have to like confess? Like, what does that only mean when you're born? Because I mean, I don't know how it works like spiritually within the womb or something.
I would say that they're still innocent since they haven't reached sin,
So-
right? Because you have to be exposed to sin, right?
Right.
Technically. So do you
probably
think that they're
not.
exposed to sin in the womb? Okay, so you think they're exposed to sin in the womb?
No, they're probably not exposed to sin
So
in the womb.
which means they're innocent, right? Which means don't you think that they ought to go to heaven?
They probably would,
heaven?
yeah.
Yeah, they probably would. Me too. So here's what I think. All right, I think they do. Right. So I think we should just maximize the babies going to heaven. All right, we'll create a salvation acceleration abortion machine. All right, where we will abort every baby. All right,
Holy.
and keep the machine. We will then pull the uterus out of the aborted baby and then in vitro that uterus, and the machine will just keep going indefinitely. And then I will maximize the amount of people going to heaven.
If that's your goal, to only maximize people going to heaven, have at it, bro. Hope you can make the machine.
Okay, so
But
are you for heaven maxing?
no, I'm not. In that
No,
sense,
you're not.
in that sense, heaven maxing.
So
Sure.
you don't want to abort everybody to get to heaven.
No,
So you're against babies going to heaven?
I am not against babies going to heaven. Just because I
Then
don't.
why
think,
don't we maximize? You are also pro-choice. I am pro-choice too. So but my idea of pro-choicing is maximizing, right?
That's not.
Babies
That's
going to heaven.
That's not the pro-choice. That's not pro-choice between whether you have an abortion or not. That's just saying you want to choose how many people get into heaven. You want to heaven max.
No, I want to save my son from this ridiculous world we live in.
So you would
Well,
have a son, but so you
I
would
want to save
technically.
I want to save all the children, all of God's children, before they have the chance to reach this sin.
Yeah, under the Christian
You know what?
worldview,
You know what?
it's quite
There's.
correct. You
Go
should
ahead.
abort all babies, then they all go to heaven. Under the Christian worldview.
I
If
don't
you're
know.
a Christian, you should want all babies to be aborted. Then they can't
Yeah.
have the possibility to sin.
Again, yeah, just send them all to heaven. Everybody's going.
No. The best option to do if you really want to heaven max, don't have a child. Don't.
Yeah.
Why even waste the time doing that, making that contraption to
Well,
have?
wait, because I can't send children to heaven if I don't have a child. I have to have thousands of children
You
under
can
my
send
sin.
That
other
is the
children to
worst.
heaven.
That's the worst plan I've ever heard.
So
Like,
What do you
'cause-
mean?
I mean, because one, you better hope there's a heaven, because I don't know what you're gonna do. Like this abortion machine, you're just gonna kill babies, and then we'll have this whole cycle of machines. So you can heaven max.
Indefinitely, yeah,
Indefinitely.
over and over again.
Dang,
Yeah.
bro. So where's the women gonna be? Like, come on, now you're gonna have no women.
No. Did you not understand that the machine will pull the uterus from the aborted fetus and then in vitro that fetus?
Oh, I think I missed that part. Oh my god! So
I
we're
think
taking.
this is new.
Holy
So-
shit! Yeah, is this
That's-
new?
Okay.
So
we're
obviously,
taking
Okay.
the
this is the
uterus
problem with
from
dogma
your
in
fetus.
on
So,
its own, like
off
in
of-
and of itself. That once
Off
you're
of-
convinced that baby goes to heaven, then you are morally justified to make an abortion machine.
No.
I don't think so. I
No,
still
you're not.
still
You're not.
disagree with
Absolutely
that.
are. Are you
I
against
don't
it?
think-
Are you against Avarice? Are you against the abortion machine? You
Well,
can't
I have
do it.
before.
Yes.
I have multiple times. I've given Avarice 2 arguments against it. One
Okay.
is for those who
Yeah,
haven't
but
heard, one
you're
is-
you're not
wait.
two.
Hold on,
We're
Am I
talking
tripping?
to two.
Why did you put your name to be
Yeah.
two? You want people to
Arguments?
talk to you now? Because I'm talking to me too much. That's why you changed it.
No, I
Me?
like Toon.
Yeah.
Toon's a cool guy, man. Even though he's
I'm
DL
talking-
gay, he's all right.
I'm talking to two.
No. But wait, no. But he changed his name to two. I know I'm not crazy, bro. I know he did. It's
No,
right
I'm,
there.
I'm literally talking to you.
He's always been 2, and I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what? True. I'm the second
You
tune.
copied
He's right.
him.
He's right.
Okay.
He's right.
Now, again, how is your pro-abortion any different than mine?
How's it different?
Yeah.
And the methods, like, I mean, you're okay. So wait, hold on. I'm trying to understand this machine. So you would take like
Sure.
one aborted baby.
We can start with one.
You
Sure.
take one aborted baby. You
If
put
it's
it in,
female.
you put it in the machine. You take the female.
Yep.
abort a baby, put it in the machine.
It pulls out the aborted baby. Yeah, just like a little pod, right? Just like babies in a pod babies, right? And then we just pull out the uterus in vitro and kill.
I just no, that didn't even sound like a good idea.
What?
What
Right.
you're but you're pro-abortion. I am too. I think that what makes your level of death any worse than mine, or any less worse than mine?
I think yours is probably useless in the grand scheme of things.
How is mine useless? Again, I'm saving people in my worldview, just like yours. The people are having the choice to save themselves from the child in your worldview.
Toon, do you think that his is useless because it's wasteful?
No, because
Do you think
we're
it's useless because it's inefficient? It adds extra steps that are unnecessary.
because he wants the heaven max. What are you like?
Again,
Yes.
how is my solution to be making the world better
That doesn't
any
even make the
different
world
than
better.
you making the hold on?
How will that make the
Yes,
world
it does,
better?
because everybody's going to because heaven is the best place on earth, right? So everybody's going.
Well, it's not
All
on
right.
Earth,
So
but yeah.
here's the answer for best place in the world, best place anywhere, heaven, right? And everybody's going my way, right? In your way, right? In your way, how is it any different than mine? You're aborting for needs like that to make the family better, or financial reasons to make your life, because it's a burden on your life, anything to make it better. I'm making it better. They're all going to heaven. You don't have to worry about the burden of financial anymore.
Just don't have a baby. They're not making anything better. It's just like, oh, did I lose $100? Like I never had $100. Doesn't mean I lose
that's not
100.
the-
Again,
Like-
but
If I
we
may,
still
if I
we
may,
still
wait,
we
if I-
still need to continue. If no one's having babies, right? If nobody's having babies, then it will end the souls going to heaven. I want I want to
Who-
continue life going.
In,
I
in
want
your
life to
in your
continue
in your
moving.
world, are people not having babies normally?
So, wait,
The
if I may,
average is
if I may,
down.
Mike, give me
Yes, it
30
is
seconds.
pretty far
Give me 30
down.
Give me 30
Yes.
seconds. I think I can
Yes.
help this out. Tune, you're saying, that you're pro-choice because of the fact that you don't believe that before consciousness there's, to put it, maybe you don't exactly agree with the
That's probably
phrasing, but
probably
generally
the
you
best
don't
time
agree
to
that that's
do
a
it.
person that is in the same way as a person who is born. What Avarice is saying is, based on that concept, then the people who would be born because of people who are pro-life, they have the possibility of not getting into heaven. And so the best way, if you believe that it's not murdering a human being, the best way to maximize to heaven max is to kill the baby before it can sin. How is that not correct?
That's a way, but I don't know how that's even making anything better, because I know you're saying,
How,
Because
oh,
there's more babies in
can-
heaven.
there's more babies in heaven. That sounds
Okay.
better.
Okay, but like, not to be like that, but who cares?
Everybody's saved.
Because you don't.
I saved everybody.
You didn't save me.
Yeah.
But what am I gaining from you putting everyone in heaven? I don't gain
No,
anything
everybody
from that.
after everybody.
All the babies.
I saved your soon-to-be children. I saved them.
You didn't save them,
Yeah,
bro. Because they're
Yes,
not.
I did. They
They're
all went to
not.
heaven.
No, because they're not even
he's
real.
Good. He's not
Like,
having children. Ever.
Well, again, I'm
Yes,
saving the world in the degeneracy it's in today by sending everybody to heaven. We're just ending it now.
every human being goes to heaven. the
okay, but
perfect place.
you're saying it in a sense of where we're
That-
doing it to
that is
babies. That
perfect.
doesn't maximize our life now.
Well, yes, it does, because the machine will be able to continue moving after our life. The machine's indefinite.
But how does that help us now? Will you still have a job? Will you still pay for groceries?
Because
Like,
as soon as the
Again-
baby die, they
again,
go to heaven.
Well, listen,
Once
this
a
but
baby
we
is
but
born,
we
it
can't.
can sin.
We don't feel.
this plane of existence is irrelevant to now. All right, everybody's going to heaven, so this won't matter.
I'm triggered.
Right?
I'm triggered as an atheist.
You're triggered as an atheist.
Saying that this life is nothing is triggering.
Won't
But
matter now,
still,
right? This is just
I
a
mean,
stepping
in
stone
the
to
grand
heaven.
scheme of things, sure.
Yeah. And the
But-
blink of an eye.
How
Like
does that make life now in 20? If you made it today in 2026, how does that make
Yes.
life better on the earth?
it
Yes,
doesn't.
better for
because
the
now,
babies. Better for the babies if you
now
do that.
our youth will be saved, and our
Our
world
youth
will
will-
just go
our
down the way
youth-
it was
no.
meant to
No.
go.
So
The
basically-
answer to Tune's question.
Go ahead.
The answer to Tune's question is it does not. It does not make better. It does not make life better. It makes the afterlife better. It does
No, it
not
makes
make
life
life
better.
better. You don't
Yeah,
have
no,
the
now,
you
no,
How
do you know?
now,
How do you know
now
that?
we
How do
don't
you
have to
know?
worry. No, because now the
Worry.
world doesn't have to worry about financial. Now the world doesn't have to worry about the
fucked
financial
up.
burden of children.
So we should just don't have kids then. Just don't even have kids,
Again,
bro.
well, again, we still
But-
need to continue souls going to heaven, right? So the machine's got to move.
Okay, so you have the machine, all right? It's spinning, it's doing its
Yes.
work. What do we do?
Spinning.
Are
Yep.
we still naturally procreating? Do we live life? Like, are we just got the human species die off? Like, what do we do?
Well, I have my way of how I would do things. How it plans out, there's completely
Here it
different.
comes.
I mean, because
Right, I think that we should be in commune-like cities, like the Handmaid's Tale, where we selectively, like through geneticists, be able to choose. But that's my own personal preferences,
Holy.
right? Which is
No, no.
completely different, right, than what we
Wait,
could do. But with the machine running, at least the younger audience and the younger generation will be saved.
No, that is a good point,
No.
though. If everyone gets aborted, then the human race will go extinct.
That's
So
a
this
terrible
This is
idea.
where part
That is
2
a
comes
flaw.
in.
Well, no, we wouldn't technically
There is
be
a part two
extinct.
here, guys.
There would be fetuses existing, which is humans. Those are baby humans.
So
Okay,
every
but
once
you
in a
could-
while, the
You
machine
wouldn't be
will
able
like
to
choose some
procreate.
people to survive.
Hold
it,
on.
And
Okay,
then
but then
those
you could-
people
Who's
all
will-
you-
keeping this machine going? That's
But
my
wait, all
question.
you need to solve
More
that issue.
robots.
All you need to solve the
Just
issue of
robots
human.
all the way down.
More robots.
All you need to solve the issue of humanity going to extinct is to understand a level of population of how many women we need, how many men we need to actually go beyond birth in order to procreate enough.
Yeah,
to keep
and
the-
how this will be better if we minimize our
human is-
listen.
You know
And
what?
Tune,
You know what?
if we
could use
minimize
AI.
our population, Tune, and we bring it down to like handmaiden style size, then we might actually be able to
I'm not saying
regrow our
Handmaid,
economy
it's
again.
the Handmaid's Tale.
Ha-
It's not
ha- whatever you wanna
Handmaid's
call
Tale.
it.
It's
So
Handmaid's
basically,
Tale.
this
That's why
boils
AI
down
is
to
good.
you're covering your
This is-
argument
this
in
is what
trying to save
AI is
abortion.
gonna- AI is going to read into this and be like, you know what? This is a great fucking idea.
So okay,
But
so
I thought
you're
you were
no,
saying-
okay, no,
I thought
hold
you
on.
were saying-
So his
Wait,
his end goal.
Can I just make a point?
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
I thought he was saying every baby should be aborted.
Every baby, yes.
In which case, the human race will go extinct.
Dude, that is
Right.
a possibility. I'm willing.
Right, but-
Hold on, the human race would not go extinct. The adults would no longer
Yes.
cease to
The
exist.
The
Avarice,
fetuses would
Avarice,
continue
Avarice,
to
all you need to
exist.
do
when
is
they're
say
humans.
enough. Avarice, all you need to do is adjust your argument to enough people. Not every single baby gets aborted.
No. The babies are still humans. This is like the Matrix. They'll just
I
be plucked.
understand that. I understand that. But I'm saying to what their argument is that the human race, as we understand it, will cease to exist.
It
which,
doesn't
if we
cease
could-
to exist. If we all go to heaven, we'll see the human race in heaven.
If we
Oh
abort
my, you
every
don't even know
baby,
what
they are
Again-
evidence is
correct.
like, bro.
But
Again,
all you
if-
need to
if
say,
we wouldn't
all you
cease to
need
exist-
say, all you need to say is that okay, maybe I know we don't need to abort every single baby.
If you're
We
Christian, you know that you live forever. If you're Christian, you know that you'll see the gates of heaven.
Okay,
Everybody
but
will be up
Christians
Do you know
there.
go
what-
to
do you know what
heaven
heaven looks
without
like?
being under-
Do you know what heaven looks like?
Can
Do I know what heaven looks like?
Yeah, you know what it looks like? You're saying like, oh, we could just see we're gonna be at the gates and everything, like it's gonna be a
Can
physical. You
people
don't know what it
get
looks
to
like.
heaven without?
Well, I mean, I have a concept of what it might be like, but I don't know what it looks like.
So how do you
Can
know?
humans get to heaven if they're never conceived?
Can what?
Can humans get to heaven if they are never conceived?
They're
I
not-
sure
they're-
hope so.
They're not a human.
Wait, that's kind of impossible. What does that
Like,
mean?
they're
It'd
not-
be
Right,
it'd be a soul,
It's
right?
the point
What's
I'm
the
making.
question?
There's no-
The
It's
point
soul
I'm
that goes
making
to
is
heaven,
that
not the human.
Wildheart and Toon are saying that a legitimate issue with what Avarice is saying is that the human race itself would no longer exist, and we now just agree that even though the fetuses that we're talking about would end up in heaven, that after those fetuses are gone, there would be no more humans to make
No,
more
'cause
humans.
Avarice's whole thing is
So I'm gonna land the plane. I'm gonna land the plane.
that's
I'm gonna
not
Wait, hold on.
true.
Okay, he's
Avarice
he's
already
actually almost done for
covered
once.
that.
Oh my
Well,
god,
if
that's
there's
almost
no
done.
humans, there's
Wait,
no
hold on.
humans. Just let me land the plane. I'm telling you.
I
Okay,
don't
hold
know.
on.
I don't know how there's no humans. There's still humans.
No,
So I don't
okay,
know
okay.
how
Finish
there's-
your plate and I'm gonna get to him. Yeah, go.
I'm
A,
helping you.
fe- is it, a fetus is a
All
human.
Right. All
Holy.
I'm saying is, okay,
True.
what is the minimum number of humans that need to be born to keep the human race going and also abort all babies so
0.
that we maximize heaven? That's
In
all
the-
you need to say.
in my worldview,
both of their-
0.
Now, both of their things,
0.
both of their arguments have become
Who
null
thinks?
because there's enough humanity for the human race to continue. And also, we are
I
heaven
didn't do
maximum.
this. Sport brand. Don't put this
So-
on me.
No, hold on. So
Avarice, I got
Avarice,
a
do you
question.
see where I'm coming from? Maybe you disagree, but do you see what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying that 0 goose eggs. They don't need any. We don't need any
No,
humans to exist.
I know what you're
I
saying.
Not
literally
adults.
listened.
If you know what I'm
listened.
saying. You,
we only need
Avarice,
we only need the
let
human
me say.
fetuses to exist.
Does Avarice understand what Lech is saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying
Okay,
that I
what
don't
does Lech
agree.
say? What does Lech say?
You're telling me to change my argument so that I could at least let the machine pop 3 or 4 out every now and then. I'm not allowing that. I don't want 3 or 4 to be popped out even in this situation.
So then
Exactly.
their claim that the human race will end is legitimate.
Yeah.
Well,
Again,
Correct,
no, it
Ellie.
doesn't. It doesn't end. What are you
No,
talking about?
he doesn't,
It doesn't end
does.
because the
He's gonna-
fetuses will continue being born. The fetuses will continue being
I-
fetuses.
We don't see
I
the
will
effects
let
of
you
heaven. How do you
continue
know?
on.
Even, bro, we never see the effects.
How will they continue
May
to
I
be born?
interject? May I
interject.
may I respectfully
Sally.
interject?
No. But I had something for him, but yeah, go ahead.
The issue that I have with your theory is that implies that that aborting the child is a good thing. I would say that goes against what God calls our children. It's not a loving act. Like
Are you
the
God?
child.
No, but you're trying
I'm
to play
saying
as.
based
You're
off
trying to
of
play as God.
scripture.
So you can speak for God right now and know what He wants. You're saying that you know what God wants.
Avarice, you're
Not saying
saying
that I know what He
Avarice,
wants. What I'm
you're doing
saying
the same
is
thing.
that.
Well, okay,
hang
I'm
on.
just. No, I'm not claiming that I know what God wants. I just want to send souls to
I know,
heaven.
you're
That's all I'm doing.
But you're
But the thing
trying to
is that
play
there's no
God.
scripture that says exactly that is the whole motive of God's actions to do that.
Again, listen. If God is at their
That's
pearly
true.
gates and I'm the last one left, and He says, "Listen, did you try to get and maximize people for heaven?" And I say yes, and He
Where
goes,
does it say? What
he
scripture?
goes, you know what?
What's your
That's
scripture to back
hold
that
on,
up?
and he says that's
Holy.
the sin. If He says that's the sin, then I take the sin. I'm
keep,
going to
you
hell.
can keep going with all these hypotheticals.
I'll
Oh.
take
What's
I'll take
scripture
the
to back
bullet.
it up?
What's
What
Oh
is
my
your
God.
scripture? That's what I'm saying. Like
What are you
based
talking
off
about?
of the worldview for
Okay.
Christianity to back up the claims that you're making.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I'm asking for.
Deuteronomy, innocents shall go to heaven.
Deuteronomy what?
I forget what it is, but there's one in there that says the innocents make their way to heaven. That could be one of them. I'm just saying that innocent, I'm not claiming that that I'm some kind of saint here, right? I'm just trying to find an effective measure to send everyone to heaven in a safe and secure manner. Wrap the babies up and send them on.
Why do you think you get to? Why you get to?
Avarice. Sorry,
Why do you,
can I
Bro,
just-
why
I
does
literally-
Trump
I
get to
literally have
determine?
it.
Why does Trump get to determine when we go to war and
Avarice.
kill
Because
our
the
humans?
elected position that he's
Again,
in.
What do you mean,
and
why?
I'm now in
How is
an
that- how-
elected position to
Uh-huh.
make it an abortion machine to save all the humans. Why can't I be elected through my people to do the same thing?
Avarice, can
Like
you-
Trump is
can you-
elected through
Because-
American people.
Avarice. Can
Wild
you
Heart,
stop
you're
talking?
spurging
Bro,
out. Yeah, you're spurging out, Wild Heart.
Let-
Calm down.
Yeah, let him speak, bro. Go ahead. Yeah.
Can you stop talking for 10 seconds? Right. The argument is if you stop every baby from being born, then in 100 years, the human species will be extinct.
Confluence, does he not?
No,
Confluence-
No, because he's not listening. No,
They're
hold
not
on. No,
getting it.
okay,
They're
wait,
not getting
wait. Hold on.
Avarice is saying they're taking the uterus out, artificial inseminating. The robots are doing it all. Other robots are maintaining
in
those
vitro,
robots
baby.
all the way
Okay,
down.
yeah.
So you don't need any
If
new humans. That's
anything,
all argument.
we have done this already before. Infanticide was rampant back in ancient Roman Greco era, and it was happening everywhere in the Asias, in the Americas, Africa, Australia.
Heaven
And
Maxine was?
the only that's not what I said.
Oh.
This was before Christianity, actually. So the issues with not the issue, what the living environment was like for children, if you even made it, you're going through a life of sexual abuse. So
Yeah, so I want to avoid the sexual abuse by just aborting all the babies before they can meet me.
so how is it
Why do we need?
so the
Just don't need
the
the machine,
baby
man.
doesn't have a right to live?
Well, I mean, they lived for a split second.
No,
No,
no, they didn't live at all.
And then the decision was taken from them.
I think a fetus is alive. Okay.
Again, they were
No,
alive
But
for a split
they
second.
didn't get to
were
live
alive.
life.
And
They
then
didn't get to
let
live human
somebody
life.
else-
Oh, okay, so
So
a
that-
baby
so that-
fetus isn't
so
alive. All right, it doesn't beat a heart.
No,
doesn't-
ability for
not what we're
a
saying.
woman if they choose to use that as a form of contraception.
Look, I'm taking accountability on behalf of everybody. I've already taken that bullet.
Again, but you don't get to make that choice.
And
You
who are
can't
you
be the one to
exactly
play
for
God.
that? Oh,
I'm the
Hold
one
on.
that was appointed in the position to make the machine.
Yeah, I have a
And it's the
topical
worst
question
machine
for
I've ever-
Avarice
I'm
Yeah.
talking
related to his
about like
framework.
I'm not talking about this hypothetical. I'm talking about like this was
Again,
history, and this is what we're looking at
I'm
right
not talking
now.
about hypothetical either. I'm saying that a group of people
You just said that you just
volunteer-
created this machine.
Again, a group of people volunteered for me to be the leader of the Salvation Acceleration Abortion Machine project in which I am leading. What is wrong with that? I was
I
voted
wonder
to
who
do
elected
it.
you. I wonder who elected you. I
Just
don't know.
like
We
Trump.
should we should
Yeah,
see how smart they are if they elected you, because that's
But
that's
then the
a stupid
thing
plan.
is still like incumbent on people like to choose whether or not that they go. Like that's I totally get it. I just
Uh,
don't agree with it. Like I wouldn't
Again, yeah,
want that for somebody.
you don't have to agree with it, but you still can't contend with me sending all the babies to heaven.
That's
So-
not. The thing is you're forcing it and using the Bible to defend
Okay,
your claim.
so those babies
That is
aren't going to
toxic.
heaven then. So those
That's
babies aren't going to.
toxic.
So if
No,
those
what you're
babies,
doing is toxic.
okay,
You know what the Bible says? It says that we shouldn't fight evil with evil.
Okay,
It's
so-
supposed to fight evil with good. Wouldn't the good thing be to have that child live a life
so
that
kids
didn't get an
so-
didn't have a good
so
opportunity?
kids that go and die on the battlefield, they don't go to heaven because they didn't get a chance to live their life and they died on the battlefield.
It depends
The
what they
kids
did. It
that
depends.
died.
It depends
Well, I mean, I
on
don't
what
know
they did
what
with
they
their
said.
life.
I don't
It
know what
depends
kind of
what they
life
did.
they
No,
lived.
it's up to them.
Did they not get a chance to go
That's
live their life?
subjective.
No,
had-
there was
they-
a draft. They were
They
forced to go.
They had
They were
had-
forced to
They had
go.
a chance to live a
They-
life.
There was no choice.
Avarice.
They didn't
Yeah.
have a chance. It was
Avarice.
forced.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Why
Yeah,
do we
go ahead.
want, why do we
I'm
want-
not sure like where
why
you're
even
going with that
bother
exactly.
the heaven thing? Why not just end the human race as it is and everyone will believe it?
Well, I'm not
Gone to
ending
heaven?
the I'm not
No,
ending
I'm
the
asking
human
why not?
race.
Why not? Why not?
Oh, because I want to continue souls going to heaven consistently.
The human race.
Why? Oh,
The
because
human race. Not
I
just
like
souls.
bodies in heaven. I want everybody. I want
So this is a
I want
preference then.
heaven. I want to see how big heaven can actually get.
You
So
know,
hold on, hold on. So
what
this
was
is-
happening. You know, actually, what happened in the Greco, what I was saying was that when people were saying like, "Yo, you guys need to stop," like the Romans were saying that to the people. The only reasoning behind it was because our family population is pretty low. Like we
Okay, I got a
need
question.
to chill on that.
I got a question for you.
How
Since
is
you
that
like
not
to take,
what we're
hold on.
seeing right now?
So since you like to take action, right? You're a woman of action, and you like to stop things,
Based
right?
off of what evidence are you making the claim that I'm a person
Based-
of action?
Based off you saying why am I not doing this? You're coming up here to try to attack me in action, right? You're taking action.
I'm not
right?
attacking you. I'm
So,
matching your energy.
Let's go at this. All right. So if that is the case, you want to take action. Why aren't you stopping the Come Warriors of Papua New Guinea?
The ones that were raping the children.
Well, I would say that they're raping. The kids like it. They want to be cummed on.
Now, is that is that the
Holy.
is that a loving thing to do for the child?
Again, I'm not there to judge the Papua New Guinea Come Warriors.
I'm not judging.
Why
I'm-
aren't you stopping them?
I'm asking.
Why
a
aren't you? If
question.
you want to stop my abortion
When-
machine, why,
hold on.
why
When
are you
exactly-
stopping the
when
Papua
did
New
I
Guinea
say-
Warriors?
When did I say that I'm a
Well,
person of action? You're just throwing out stuff, hoping that it lands. But
no,
I
I'm
haven't
not.
heard any
I'm not,
evidence
I'm not
about
throwing
that.
it out at all. Well, you coming up on this panel, coming to attack me, saying that why am I not taking any action? Why
I
are we
didn't
not?
say that. Oh, when did I say that? When did I attack you saying
Did
that
you
you
not?
should
Did
be
you
doing
not?
that?
Did you not imply that there needs to be action
Imply
to
or
live
did
life?
I say? Did I
You
say
imply,
that?
you
Or is
imply.
that how you felt?
Okay, well that's how I felt. Then I guess I'm going with my
Oh,
feelings. Then, Cell.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like because that is
Sure.
not
Again,
what I said.
my
Repeat what I
preference
said.
is
So this is an atheist preference.
My parents.
So this is a,
LOL.
Sorry to cut you off. Keelan, disconnect the video, please. Keelan is not having this. Keelan is not having this.
so hold on.
And
So
I mean,
one-
there is
one-
a dono for us to go back to the video, so
Yeah. Can I
Video.
one last thing to Avarice, please? It's okay.
sure, yeah.
So this is just about you wanting to see how big heaven is, and you're not really like taking the blame or anything else. You're just trying to genocide as many people as you can to see how it works out. Like this isn't you doing anything for humanity.
I mean,
or
that was
heaven.
just one thing.
This
That was
isn't
just one
humanity.
theory.
This isn't-
That's just
this
one
is not
theory.
heaven
That's literally your
matching.
main theory.
This is literally you. Just
That's one theory.
experimenting to see something.
No, I mean, I also want to send souls to heaven too. There's,
No,
I can
no,
have
that-
multiple. I can have multiple different reasons for what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Yes, but one of those
anything
reasons
can
is
be
because
justified, and that's why you use it like you
personally
compare it against
benefit from
scripture to see
doing
if that's what
so.
matches. Is that if
Yeah,
that is what
let's
God
use
wants?
that video.
Personally
Okay, we
benefit
will
from
go
doing
back to the
so.
video.
This
I
isn't
want to have
something
my.
you have
How was
We
it
have to
wrong?
respect the dono, but
because
I'm
of
going to give
whatever,
my
you're
final.
choosing
Because Rage Page is asking
you want
why
to.
it's wrong. I'm going to say why I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong because from what Avarice is saying, sure, he can choose what his morality wants. But if we're taking like a God biblical point of view, then God is who decides what's right and wrong. And so if God says not to do something, it is just wrong. You can't just say,
Okay,
well, I think this justifies.
So when we
I
go to
think
war
it's
and murder
right. You
people,
can't
is that
do
wrong?
Yeah.
Then we
Yes,
just
it's
justify
wrong.
war.
Nope,
Yeah.
it's not.
But
Justify
No,
war.
You
I
Not at all.
mean,
Bro,
it has to
can't.
be.
oh my
Why?
god,
Justify war.
What? For what?
War,
That's
first of all,
subjective.
war is like a
We're
thing
sending.
We're
that's commanded
again.
in the Bible.
So
I mean,
again,
war is bad.
again.
No one's agreeing
So
with
we
war.
go
No
and
one
send
agrees with
people off
war.
to die there. I can send people
Do the
off to die
video.
here.
Nope.
Sure.
Nope.
That's fine.
I'm just saying that
You can
was
say
my
no all you
answer to
want.
it.
War is
I'm just
perfectly
looking.
No one's
I'm
agreeing with war.
pro-abortion with you,
Here,
Toon.
we can
Where's
figure
the
this
video?
No, you're
out
not.
in
You're
our
not.
minds.
I'm on your side,
But-
Toon.
Make the video for
Toon,
me.
I'm on your side.
No, you're not
I'm on your side,
You're not
Tim.
on my side. Saying you're
I'm on your
pro-abortion,
side. I'm
but
on your
this,
side.
but,
I'll
but
get
these are your
triggered by
methods.
No,
not so erudite
no.
to get
I'm
through.
pro.
Alright,
I'm,
yeah,
I'm
let's
pro-abortion.
watch the
I'm with
black
you.
No, you're not pro-abortion.
Yeah.
You're not with
It's
me.
something to get
I'm with
triggered
you,
about.
Troon. Don't worry.
No, you're
Well,
not.
sex
And
is
no, that's not
sex
my name.
is
Don't worry,
Okay,
Troon.
I
I'm
do
with
wanna
you.
say
I don't know why you're calling me that,
is
but yeah, I don't
I'm
even
not
know
in
you,
no
but
way
yeah.
attacking